November 23, 1999, FMW put on its biggest event in history, Judgment Day. 14,500 fans at the Yokohama Arena were treated to a collection of bizarre characters, intriguing storylines, but most importantly, hardcore wrestling. The top stars of FMW were on the card, along with champions from other sports. It featured the return of old-time legends and invaders from the North American Hardcore League, ECW. Darkness fell over the Yokohama Arena, introducing the semi-main event. Fought in an electrified steel cage, it pitted favorite son Masato Tanaka versus evil FMW Commissioner Kodo Fuyuki. The stakes in the match were no less than loser leaves FMW for good. Masato Tanaka proved his superiority and sent Fuyuki out with the garbage. The main event featured Mr. Ganosuke donning a Hayabusa mask to go up against the original Hayabusa, now known as H. WWF star Shawn Michaels, the Heartbreak Kid, was brought in to referee this historic match. Even Michaels couldn't resist getting into the action in front of the packed arena. In the middle of the bout, Ganosuke pulled off the mask, determined to fight as himself. In the hard-fought battle, H emerged victorious and re-cemented a friendship that had long gone astray.
H、俺弁解しないから。俺は弁解しないよ。なあ、H。本田。弁解しないから。分かってる。もういいじゃねえか。もういいじゃんよ。よろしいか。お楽しみな。これからだ。
Welcome, wrestling fans, to FMW, Frontier Martial Arts Wrestling, hardcore wrestling made in Japan. Coming straight up at you, I'm straight up John Watanabe, along with my tag team partner.
I am Dan the Mouth Lavransky. Now, John, off the top, we saw a montage of all the events that took place at the Judgment Day pay-per-view in FMW. Now, the next big FMW event was entitled Backdraft. Now, what we want to do on this particular program is kind of fill in the gaps and show you some of the feuds and angles that took place leading to this FMW show.
Dan will be looking at the chaos, feuds, and monumental battle of egos that took place in between these two major events. And we're starting things off with a bang. Matches pitting the wrestlers from FMW versus wrestlers from one of FMW's many imitators, ECW. Let's go straight up to the Korakuen Hall. Dan, here are two rebels with a cause to prove who is most hardcore, Kanemaru or Axel Rotten.
Well, John, you know this match is going to be absolutely crazy because Axel Rotten, one of the most hardcore wrestlers ever to come from ECW, and of course Kanemaru, one of the most hardcore wrestlers ever to come out of FMW. So these two guys, you know, they're going to tear the roof off the building. They're going to go to town. And look, even some ECW fans in the crowd recognizing Axel there.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. And it's dinner time already. We're barely getting started here, and Axel's already got the fork out.
But Kanemaru stops Axel in his tracks with that dropkick and with that fork shot.
Shades of Abdullah the Butcher here as Kanemaru takes out the fork, comes up to Axel Rotten and gives a resounding "Fork you!"
Many longtime fans in Japan are familiar with Abdullah's days in All Japan and New Japan, and these guys are carrying on that hardcore tradition.
And look at this, John. We actually get an instant replay. Forks to the forehead.
Axel Rotten made his wrestling debut in 1987, and he's wrestled in ECW, XPW, and anywhere where he's allowed to break rules like this.
Well, that's a very important point there, John. You're right. Axel Rotten will travel the globe to take on whoever he can in the hardcore matches everywhere.
I think he's been banned from certain promotions in North America. Oh, powerbomb onto a table!
Now, I want to know how these guys are able to pull off these moves. No, can't pin him there. I want to know how these guys can pull off these moves when they've lost so much blood.
Well, that's how tough you have to be to survive in FMW.
And now look at this. You know what? These guys are so dazed from all the blood that they think they're on the cleanup crew in the arena, and they're collecting all the chairs before the match is even done.
Well, I think these fans in attendance at the Korakuen Hall are dazed as well at this hardcore, bloody action.
Now, what are they going to do with all those chairs in the ring?
Things are so unpredictable here in FMW. You never know. These guys probably don't even know yet. They're just brawling on instinct. A body slam into a number of chairs. And the fans are applauding the efforts of their Japanese favorite, Kentaro Wing Kanemura, as he goes to the top turnbuckle. Axel Rotten stopping him in his tracks.
And look at these guys. They're already covered in blood. They've been slammed into chairs, and they're still climbing up to the top rope. Look at this. Axel about to pull off a superplex.
A superplex. A technical wrestling move by the hardcore brawler, Axel Rotten.
Unbelievable. And look at that. Chairs. Look at, here's another look at it. Oh, and Kanemura just bouncing like a rubber ball off those chairs.
You know, Axel Rotten, oh, hey, look. Kentaro is paying tribute to Koto Fuyuki.
I think he's just trying to stay stood up.
And the fans are chanting along to the Fuyuki battle cry. And now he's doing the running a la Fuyuki.
Ooh.
Oh, shot to the head of Axel Rotten. And he goes for the cover. 1, 2, Axel kicks out.
Uh-oh, now they're outside the ring. You know, in these hardcore matches, once you get outside the ring, that's when the real craziness starts. Look at this. Now look at this. Kanemura has got Axel Rotten, and he's got a chain around his neck, and now he's tying him up to the table. What's he tying him up to the table for?
Well, Dan, wherever there's a ladder or a scaffold, the fans know what's coming up next.
Well, that's for sure. Kanemura, no man, never scared of heights. He's always climbing up ladders and scaffolds, and here he goes. He's at it again.
And the fans are anticipating this one. It's a high-risk move off the ladder. Here it is, the senton! The senton! The senton! And he goes for the cover. 1, 2, 3. That's it.
And let's have another look at that, John. Here's Kanemura. He's up on the ladder. He's off the ladder. And he squashes Rotten like a grape into the ground.
Here we have a battle between two former ECW tag team champions going against each other in this one. Tanaka superplexing Balls Mahoney.
Well, that is true, John. They were former partners. And you know, Masato Tanaka and Balls Mahoney, they really remind me of each other. They're very similar in style. They love to brawl, both big men, and they love to do power moves like that superplex off the top there by Masato Tanaka.
Inside the ring, outside the ring, there is not a bad seat in the house in FMW matches. Oh, a chair shot to the chair swinging freak.
I'm not sure what you would call that move. The trash can over the head, chair shot to the head. These guys are crazy.
Nothing scientific about that one, but you have to expect the unexpected in FMW.
And I want to know, if you're a fan at an FMW show, do you go in realizing that you might lose your seat because one of the wrestlers is going to cork somebody over the head with it?
Whoa, and we just saw Axel Rotten sneak behind Tanaka. I think Axel Rotten is favoring Balls Mahoney in this matchup.
Well, remember, these guys are members of ECW fighting against Tanaka, who is with FMW at this point. Uh-oh, it's dinner time once again as Balls Mahoney's got the fork out now.
But Tanaka stops that one. A lot of resilience on the part of Tanaka.
Now what are they planning? Now what are Axel and Balls up to here? It looks like they're going to give Masato Tanaka some sort of heavy-duty power move.
Oh, no.
No.
Here it comes.
No.
Oh, no. Oh, a body slam onto a table.
And listen, yes.
Some of these fans are chanting ECW.
And here we go. Here's a replay of that. Wow! Flips him right over, breaks the table, and probably breaks part of Tanaka's back at the same time. Now the action's back in the ring, and we're going to have some chair swinging here.
The concerto! Let's the music play.
Whoa!
Shot to the midsection. Oh, a chair shot on the Balls Mahoney, but it doesn't face Balls one bit.
Balls has taken a lot of chair shots to the head over the years. It's going to take much more than one. Oh! And now it's Tanaka's turn to take a chair shot to the head. But look, it only makes Tanaka stronger as well. These guys are insane. They actually get stronger the more you hit them with the chairs.
It's the unstoppable force versus the immovable object, and the fans here at the Korakuen Hall are loving it.
And here goes Balls with a suplex.
A belly to back suplex, a fine technical move by the brawler.
Let's have another look at that. Look at that, drops him right on his head. Who would have thunk a brawler could pull off moves like that?
Well, it looks like Balls is going for another high impact maneuver. Oh! Tanaka reverses it into a DDT onto a chair.
Oh, and still Balls Mahoney is able to kick out. And look, Tanaka's got another chair in his hand.
Tanaka just waiting for Balls to get up just so he can knock him down. Oh! Form into the chair. I think it hurt both of them.
And Balls Mahoney does the face plant, and Tanaka goes for a cover.
Balls somehow manages to get his shoulder up.
And now Tanaka's got the chair. Now what's he going to do now with the chair?
Looks like he's going to the top turnbuckle.
Boy, I would hate to be the guy that has to buy the chairs for these arenas, man. They must be buying new chairs every week.
Oh, a chair shot, but Balls stops that one with a kick to Tanaka.
And now Tanaka's planted firmly on the mat. Where's Balls? Oh, here he goes for the cover.
1, 2, 3.
And still not enough to put Tanaka away. That was like 2 7/8. Let's have another look at Tanaka off the top there. Wow, Balls Mahoney managed to put him right on the mat, and a nasty power bomb there as well.
Hey, I'm the play-by-play man. Let me call the moves. Power bomb. Tanaka's down on his back. Balls looks like going for another chair because he is the chair swinging freak.
Oh, and look at Tanaka, man. He's like coughing and choking. He doesn't know what's going on in this match.
The fans don't know what's going on. They don't know what to expect next from this nut from Nutley, New Jersey, Balls Mahoney. As he goes to the second rope, looks like he's going for a high-risk move. And he misses.
Tries for the leg drop, but Tanaka manages to get out of the way. Ooh!
Oh, a chair shot.
Tanaka with a chair shot to the gut there.
And these wrestlers in FMW are very innovative with these foreign objects. Looks like Tanaka is going for a combination high-risk move and chair shot off the top turnbuckle.
And this is it. He's going for the cover.
1, 2, 3. That's it.
And Tanaka manages to pull out the victory in this one. You know, very interesting because Balls Mahoney is known as the chair swinging freak, yet it was Tanaka that managed to pull out the victory using the chair.
And these fans at the Korakuen Hall are cheering on their favorite son, Masato Tanaka. These two former ECW Tag Team Champions are showing respect toward one another.
Well, John, I don't know if they're showing respect to each other. I think their brains are so scrambled from hitting each other with chairs through the whole match that they're just kind of wandering around in the ring and they just ended up in an embrace.
I think these guys are proud to be a part of an organization that promotes hardcore wrestling, no nonsense, no holds barred. Your winner here, Masato Tanaka. Here's an 8-man tag team match pitting members of Team No Respect versus members of ECW.
Now this one's gonna be really hard to keep track of here. Whoa!
Oh! Kentaro Kanemaru almost hits the chair swinging freak with a chair.
Oh, but he gives it back to Kanemaru right in the gut and then right across the back.
By the chair swinging freak. Now here we have Axel Rotten versus Jado and Nakagawa. Oh, shades of the Three Stooges.
And for sure, you know in these big, whoa!
Oh, a double somersault press by Team ECW.
And that was unbelievable. I want to see that one again. Guys in the truck, I want to see that again. Let's see a replay of that. All right, here we go. Look at that. Both Yoshihiro Tajiri, super crazy. Double somersault press, amazing.
Here we have Tajiri slapping away at Ghetto from Team No Respect.
And these two guys, they love to brawl, they love to punch, they love to go at it.
Irish whip and a springboard elbow by the Japanese buzzsaw Tajiri. Stiff kick by Tajiri.
Now, many of you fans will remember Tajiri from his days at ECW, and here's one of the moves he used to do all the time. The octopus going into the tarantula.
The octopus, made famous by Antonio Inoki, and here it is, a submission move, but the referee has to call for a break. Jado makes the save.
All right there, I love that. It's one of my favorite moves by Tajiri, the tarantula.
Well, it's always a crowd pleaser, whether he does it in North America or Japan. Dropkick by Super Crazy, the insane luchador.
And here we go. Look at Super Crazy. He just loves to fly.
Of course, he did a lot of flying in Mexico for Promo Azteca and AAA. Oh! There goes Nakagawa with a shot to the back to Super Crazy. Irish whip by Ghetto from Team No Respect. Elbow smash by Super Crazy. And off he comes the top rope. Oh, with a flying clothesline. Tag is made. In comes Balls Mahoney.
And once again, it's Balls Mahoney and Kanemaru going at it.
Irish whip into the turnbuckles.
Oh!
A super kick by Balls.
But look, I wasn't sure whether Kanemaru was actually going to go down on that. That was a nice kick by Balls Mahoney. And here comes Axel in. And Tajiri's got the table.
ECW working together to use that table. They're not setting up for dinner.
Whoa! Check this out, John.
Oh no! Oh, body slam onto a table goes Kanemaru.
Stupendous body slam there by Balls Mahoney. And here come the chairs. Here come the chairs.
And of course, Balls Mahoney is the chair swinging freak.
Ooh!
Oh, a chair shot by Axel Rotten. Team ECW working well together against Kanemaru. Oh, but not for long.
Kanemaru manages to duck out of the way. Here we go. Oh, Balls Mahoney goes down. And Kanemaru.
Looks like Kanemaru.
Whoa!
Nakagawa double teaming Axel Rotten with that suplex.
The action is so fast and furious in this match, it's so hard to keep track.
A senton by Kanemaru. And that's it. Winning for Team No Respect. Your team led by Kentaro Kanemaru.
Wow, that match was a literal blitzkrieg of action. Here's the replay with Kanemaru getting the senton off the top. 1, 2, 3, and it's over. Team No Respect victorious in this match. John, that was everything I expected when the two most brutal wrestling promotions in the entire world collided head-on.
But Dan, sometimes you have to expect the unexpected in FMW as they were going through their own internal struggles, a clash of egos involving its #1 most popular wrestler, H, versus its #2 most favorite son, Masato Tanaka. And it culminated in this tag team match coming up next. Let's take a look at this war within FMW. Masato Tanaka remained loyal to FMW and kept up his winning streak, but Tanaka was upset at the FMW office because Ganosuke and H were getting a shot at championship gold, and Tanaka felt that he was overlooked.
横浜でガンドスケとエッジが組んだそれでもうタイトルマッチに出れんのかガンドスケは俺にもシングルで負けてんねやんかあいつこっち帰ってから何の結果も残してんねやんかそれはなんや俺は利用されるだけされてもう終わったらこれかどうね会社腐っとんのちゃうかおいふざけんなよいい加減にしとけよ利用するときだけ利用してもう終わったらこんな扱いが俺には考えあるぞ
And indeed, Mr. Ganosuke and H got their shot at the WEW Tag Team title, pairing up against Tetsuhiro Kuroda and Hisakatsu Uya. After their victory, H and Ganosuke weighed in on the ongoing animosity between Masato Tanaka and FMW.
気持ちは分かんないわけじゃないけど、もうリングでもうこういう形で1対以上はリング上で答え出してみようって、そういうんだったら最終戦でやったでしょ、俺たちとあの時に。いや、それは仕方ないと思うよ。でも
気持ちは分かるんで。
そうね、いきなり来たんだから俺は。もうそれはもう徐々に分かっていってもらうしかないから、俺としたら。とにかく 大丈夫と思う。最悪近づくでも分からせるから。はい。よろしく。ありがとう。
Shortly thereafter, fate brought them all together. A previously scheduled card, Team Tanaka with H and Mr. Ganosuke against Kentaro Kanemura, Koji Nakagawa, and Geto. This commanding win pleased both H and Mr. Ganosuke. But Tanaka, who didn't want to wrestle side-by-side with the WEW champions in the first place, refused to celebrate the victory in the ring and abruptly left the arena. This was a slap in the face to H and Mr. Ganosuke, and further intensified their feud.
とにかく今はね、もう口で説明したところです。どうせ田中には通じないだろうと思うし、田中が怒ってるのはまあ確かに分かるから、あとは、ね、こうやって試合を一つ一つ重ねながらね、やっていくしかないと。ただ、もうとにかく雰囲気を追い出して、これからだっていう時にね、そういう足並みの揃わないことっていうのはすごく辛いけど、まあ今はね、逆にそういうこと気にしないでやっていくのが俺の中では正解だと思うから、そうやってやっていくつもりでいるし。
This set the stage for an explosive WEW tag team match and a showdown between H and Tanaka for dominance of FMW. As Tetsuhiro Kuroda walks to the ring, we've seen what has transpired between H and Ganosuke and Masato Tanaka.
Well, you're not kidding there, John. Masato Tanaka is really upset, so he got Kuroda as his partner, and they will take on H and Ganosuke in this match. Should be very interesting, and you know that it will be a brutal battle because Tanaka is an angry man.
In fact, Dangan means bullet, and this bullet is going to be on fire. Here we have Tanaka and Kuroda. I don't even think Tanaka cares about Kuroda. He just wants to team with anyone to spite Ganosuke and H.
You're absolutely right. He is so angry at this man, Ganosuke, and this man, H. He wants to take them both out, but he has to do it in a tag team situation, so Kuroda is going to be his partner.
So Dan, let's review the teams. We have H and Mr. Ganosuke taking on Masato Tanaka and Tetsuhiro Kuroda.
Absolutely right, John, and look at it. Ganosuke and Tanaka already slapping the crap out of each other, and we're barely underway.
A series of shotais, and both of these guys are probably crying, "Itai, Itai," as Tanaka clamps on a side headlock, Irish whip into the ropes, shoulder tackle by Tanaka.
And look at Tanaka, he is like a ball of fire here. This just goes to show you how upset he is with Ganosuke and Hayabusa. He is literally pounding the crap out of these guys already.
After that gore, Tanaka is intimidating Ganosuke as he pulls him up by the hair. Oh, with a shot into the foot of Tetsuhiro Kuroda. Tag is made. In comes Kuroda.
And now the two of them going to work over Mr. Ganosuke.
Double Irish whip into the ropes. Oh! Down goes Mr. Ganosuke.
And now Kuroda and Ganosuke going at it. Kuroda picking him up.
Body slam. Oh, a knee drop. Another one.
Wow, as we all like to say, 3 times the charm. Goes for a cover, but no, Ganosuke manages to kick out.
Wrist lock applied by Masato Tanaka. Very good when it comes to the fundamentals of wrestling.
It's very obvious that Tanaka just wants to destroy both of these men. Look at him work that elbow.
Tanaka applying pressure to the arm of Ganosuke, probably going for a submission. or he just wants to take out one of Ganosuke's limbs so he won't even be able to utilize simple moves like a body slam.
I don't even know if it's as complicated as that. I think he just wants to hurt H and Ganosuke at whatever cost. He'll do it slow and methodical if he has to, or he'll brawl. Whatever works for Tanaka, as long as it takes these two out of the picture, that's what he's gonna do.
You're right, Dan. Tanaka was upset that he was overlooked when it came to championship gold. H and Ganosuke immediately got shots at the tag team championship. So Tanaka was thinking, where am I in this picture? I've been loyal to FMW through thick and thin. Where is my title shot?
Absolutely. And you know, it surprises me that it took Masato Tanaka as long as it did to really figure out how much these two manipulators, Ganosuke and H, were exploiting his talents.
Hey, now wait a minute, Dan, wait a minute. I think Tanaka gained some confidence when he went to North America in ECW, but I think he's gotten overconfident to the point where he's showing arrogance and turning his back on his friends and fans that have supported him over the years.
What kind of friends are these guys? They've always given him the short end of the stick every time they've had tag matches, every time they've had battles. I think Masato Tanaka has finally realized, hey man, I gotta take these guys out.
Snapmare, tag is made to Tetsuhiro Kuroda, and Tetsu is now going to work over the leg of Mr. Ganosuke with a shot into the ring post.
Now this is really smart. Even though Masato Tanaka might have not wanted Kuroda as his partner, they're working together very well because Tanaka worked the arm of Ganosuke. Now Kuroda is working the leg. And once you take out the arm and the leg, not much you can do after that.
Tetsu Kuroda, he always likes to intimidate the fans at ringside and his opposition.
Well, he's doing both in this match, that's for sure. And look, he continues to pound on Ganosuke.
Irish whip into the turnbuckles. Good double teamwork by Tetsu Kuroda and Masato Tanaka. Oh, clothesline. Right now, Tanaka is going for one of his high-impact maneuvers.
Oh, no, Ganosuke managed to get out of it.
Dragon screw, nicely applied by Masato Tanaka.
And let's have another look at that. That is one of my favorite moves that Tanaka does. Excellently applied there, the dragon leg screw.
But H is trying to get the fans excited to back them up. Ganosuke and H. Oh, Enzugiri kick by Mr. Ganosuke.
Up, but Tanaka's...
Oh, low blow by Ganosuke. Reverting back to his old rule-breaking ways, but he's a fan favorite in this match as he makes a tag, or did he? Yeah, he makes a tag to his partner, H. Oh, forearm smash.
Ooh, and H comes on like a ball of fire. You see, he's probably had enough of Tanaka and his silliness.
H Irish whips Tanaka, drop kick. He is the flying assassin.
Absolutely, whether he's got the mask on or not. There's proof right there in the replay off the top rope. Beautifully done by Hayabusa.
Oh, somersault press by the flying assassin, Hayabusa.
And now Masato Tanaka's really in trouble now.
Because I think the fans have really made the difference in this match where they're cheering on H and Mr. Ganosuke. Leg drop by H. And Tanaka kicks out. H in control. Oh, it looks like he's setting up Tanaka for the Fisherman Bomb. The Fisherman Bomb!
Ouch, right on Tanaka's neck.
And H goes for the cover. 1, 2, 3.
Tanaka, he's full of fire. He's not done with these guys yet, but I have to admit, he's getting the bad end of the stick now.
Well, it says Dangan on Tanaka's trunks, and that means bullet. So he may have some... Oh! Leg drop applied by H onto the back of the neck of Masato Tanaka. And H is setting up for another high-impact move.
Oh!
The Tiger Driver! Referee makes the count.
Beautifully done there by Hayabusa, another one of my favorites, the Tiger Driver, but still not enough to keep Tanaka down. And now Ganosuke is going to add a few stomps.
I think Ganosuke is really mad at Tanaka after all the damage that Tanaka inflicted on Mr. Ganosuke. Tanaka goes to the second rope. Oh, leg drop!
But you have to notice there, finally, I was just going to say, Tanaka was pretty well fighting the whole match by himself. Kuroda needs to get in there and give Tanaka a break.
Well, remember, this is really Masato Tanaka's battle against H and Ganosuke. Oh, German suplex by Ganosuke.
And look at that, though. Kuroda pops right up.
Full Nelson. Oh, into a suplex.
Ow, and that was right on his head. And again, Kuroda pops up. This guy is amazing.
A lariat by Ganosuke. Referee goes for the count. 1, 2. Kuroda kicks out.
Well, if Gasty's going to kick out after he's been dropped on his head twice, a lariat's not going to keep him down.
H and Ganosuke double teaming on Tetsu Kuroda. Oh!
And H going for the pin. That was a great combination. Let's have another look at that move. This is real tag team wrestling. Look at that, a double shot from both H and Ganosuke, but it's still not enough to keep Kuroda down.
Oh! Dreaded forearm smash by Masato Tanaka. Waist lock into a German suplex, but Tanaka still has a lot left in him. Tanaka setting up H.
There's a real struggle here, real power struggle.
Oh no, it looks like, a power bomb by Tanaka.
Oh, I can't believe H kicked out. You know, John, have you noticed the more this match gets on, the more intense the moves get between these guys? They are really fired up, and they are determined to literally take each other's heads off.
Kuroda Irish whips H, follows it up with a clothesline. Another Irish whip, a reversal by H. Oh!
And H getting his head bounced off that middle turnbuckle.
Waistlock into a German suplex. Clothesline. You know, Kuroda is not very big like Mike Awesome, but he has underrated upper body strength.
Let's have another look at that, though. There goes H off the turnbuckle. Oh!
A Frankensteiner by H.
The swiftness of execution by these four men is literally astounding.
Oh, a drop kick, missile drop kick by Mr. Ganosuke.
This one is really hard to keep track of. These guys are literally all over the ring.
Ganosuke looking very confident at this point as he sets up Masato Tanaka for a power bomb. Oh!
Mistake there, man. Masato Tanaki's got those big tree trunk legs. It's no problem for him to kick out in the position like that.
Well, Ganosuke may have been overconfident at that point, but he's still trying to set up Tanaka for a finishing move.
Whoa, look
cradle,
at that!
A cradle into a pin, 1, 2, oh, great technique there by Mr. Ganosuke.
You aren't just whistling Dixie on that one, man. I can't believe Ganosuke.
Clothesline. Again, Ganosuke trying to finish this one off, but Kuroda makes the save.
Look at this. Here's another chance to see this. That is absolutely amazing. Ganosuke wrapped him up like a Christmas present.
Well, H and Ganosuke are really working well together as a team, and they should because they trained together when they first joined FMW in 1991.
But remember, they also had that bitter feud. It's amazing to see the two of them become friends again, work together. Now, what's going to happen here with Tanaka?
Oh, no. It looks like Tanaka is setting up.
Whoa! Nasty gourd buster right off the top.
H doesn't seem to know where he's at.
Absolutely. Look at the glassy stare on H's face. He has no idea what's going on. But still, he had enough to kick out. Unbelievable.
H somehow got his shoulder up. Maybe it's the fans' cheers that are really encouraging the team of H and Ganosuke.
You know, at this point in the match, these guys are running on pure adrenaline.
H got out of that powerbomb attempt by Tanaka.
Oh, look at this!
Oh, combination cutter and DDT by Tanaka.
That was absolutely astounding. Great work there by Tanaka.
I have never seen that one before anywhere else in Japan or North America.
Really, again, he's fighting this match almost all by himself.
Well, I think that's the way Tanaka wants it because it's his war against H and Ganosuke. Forearm smash. 1, 2, 3. Oh!
Again, another slim count. Let's have another look at that. Nice forearm. Tries to get the cover, though, but H still manages to kick out.
Actually, that was the spin into the roaring elbow. Usually a finisher for Tanaka, but somehow it just didn't work that time.
Not against these guys. Oh!
The diamond dust!
But it isn't enough. Oh, Ganosuke makes the save.
If Ganosuke did not make the save, it could have been it for the team of H and Mr. Ganosuke.
And you gotta admit, John, Tanaka must be getting really frustrated at this point. I mean, he's pulled out every move in his repertoire, and still he can't beat these guys.
Tanaka is trying to channel his frustrations toward H and Ganosuke.
Oh!
After being frustrated at the FMW front office, and what's Tanaka doing? What's Kuroda doing?
Both men here, they've got H and Ganosuke up.
Oh! A brain buster by Kuroda. 1, 2.
And look, I think Kuroda's starting to get frustrated as well. He wants to put an end to these two as well.
Both Kuroda and Tanaka have been using finishing moves, and they're frustrated that they aren't working. Oh, the Kuroda clothesline.
Oh, and still H manages to kick out.
In fact, Kuroda was arguing with the referee. That should have been a 3 count. H is dazed.
He's dazed, he's confused. It's been so long, he doesn't know what's going on. Look at this, beautiful clothesline. Another pinning attempt, but H managing to pull out that little bit of extra and kick out.
It looks like these two are struggling for control. Sunset flip, attempt by Tetsu Kuroda. Into a reversal into a Frankensteiner by H.
Nice reversal by H. Oh!
Shotai! And the fans are loving this. H setting up Kuroda for the Tiger Driver.
No, Kuroda got out of it.
H setting up Kuroda again. Oh, the Falcon Arrow! Shades of Hayabusa.
And still, these four men are true warriors. I haven't seen a match this intense in a long time. I can't believe that they're kicking out. And these are all these guys' finishing moves. So, I mean, after this, what are they going to do after this? They've all used their big finishers.
Oh, look, H wants to finish this one off. We saw him do that signaling. That usually signals for one of his high-flying moves off of the Falcon's nest.
Oh!
The Firebird Splash! The Firebird Splash!
But look at that. Masato Tanaka manages to make it back into the ring and break it up. Him and Ganosuke have been battling each other on the outside, but he was there when Kuroda needed him.
Ganosuke in control right now over Masato Tanaka. It looks like both H and Ganosuke are going
Double
for finishing
finish.
moves.
Oh!
The H edge by H, and H goes for the cover. 1, 2,
And still Kuroda kicks out. Wow, this guy is unstoppable.
Well, I think Kuroda really wants to win this one to prove himself to the FMW front office, to really establish himself as a main event player.
Well, this is the match to do it in because the other three guys are the top stars of FMW.
Oh, Shotai by H. And H picks up Kuroda for the H Thunder, the H Thunder.
Yes! H and Ganosuke win the match. Amazing. Oh, this is not going to sit well with Masato Tanaka. He cannot be happy. Here's a replay of the finish. 1, 2, 3. Wow, H gets the pin.
And after the H Thunder, we hear thunderous applause from this crowd. Your winners, H and Mr. Ganosuke.
Now, how is this going to affect Masato Tanaka? He is going to be really upset by the outcome of this match because this was his chance to get revenge.
Tanaka must be really upset at Kuroda at this point because Kuroda is the one who lost this match.
Absolutely. I just can't believe it. I have to wonder what's going through Masato Tanaka's mind. He's got to be so worked up. He wanted to get his revenge. He's been beaten from pillar to post. Look, there's other members of ECW at ringside hoping to comfort Masato Tanaka. H and Ganosuke, of course, are very happy that they were victorious. They probably feel they've put Masato Tanaka in his place. But you know that Masato Tanaka is one tough customer, and even though he took the loss here, he's not going to stop fighting.
The referee raises the hands of the two fan favorites, H and Mr. Ganosuke.
And poor Kuroda there, he's face down on the mat. You know, as much as this was about Masato Tanaka, H and Ganosuke, Kuroda has to be upset because, like you said, John, he got pinned in the match. He didn't pull his weight.
お前らいつまでもな仲良しこいつでやってろふざけんなお前らいつまでもおらお前ら仲良しこいつやねえかお前らアホなんちゃうかこんな会社どこがええねんお前ふざけんなよお前俺いつでもやめたるわお前らみたいなんがなトップ立ってるからないつまでたっても上がんのじゃお前いつでもやったるぞお前
I think we know where Tanaka stands now.
Well, he's in the corner there with his buddies from ECW with Balls Mahoney and Axel Rotten. What's going on? Whoa, John, look. Look at this. He's going to leave FMW. He's got an ECW t-shirt. I didn't expect that this would happen. I thought Tanaka would stay behind and fight with the FMW guys. He's actually going to leave the promotion. This is unbelievable.
And the fans here must be disappointed because FMW is the promotion that made Masato Tanaka.
This is truly startling. I'll bet you even H or Ganosuke don't even understand what's going on here. Seeing Tanaka leave with the ECW guys. This is a total mind blower. Look at that. And Masato Tanaka sums it all up with one hand gesture.
必ずこのリングが自分のリングだってことを思い出させてやる必ずみんなに約束する FMW は世界で最高のリングだ
FMW
That was one of the most brutally intense tag team matches I've ever seen in FMW history. You'd think the score would have definitely been settled between these four men. But you know what, John? It wasn't.
All it did was make Masato Tanaka even more angry. So much so, he soon left FMW and joined Paul Heyman's ECW in North America. But the battle of egos continued in Japan, this time involving the returning Kodo Fuyuki. At Judgment Day at the Yokohama Arena, Masato Tanaka finally gained revenge against the crooked FMW commissioner Kodo Fuyuki in a loser-leave FMW match. Tanaka tossed Fuyuki away like yesterday's garbage. Fuyuki had to give up his commissionership and leave FMW for good. But Fuyuki, being the crafty veteran that he is, had another plan up his sleeve to stick it to FMW. The devious Fuyuki announced that he was a part of yet another anti-FMW faction, this time ECW Japan.
当時はアメリカ行ってポールいたって喋っていろいろ喋ってそれで ECW ジャパンと作ってまあ FMW でできなかったエンターテインメントともう一回ね ECW でやることでしたそれで俺がこの ECW ジャパンを作ってその代表ってことになった正式に ECW の選手は全員使えるけど、まあ、日本でここに参加したやつがいたらこれは正直な話ね経験者優遇するからたくさん来てほしいね。
This set the stage for FMW versus ECW Japan.
If you want to kiss me, I kiss you anytime. I make you high. You cannot leave me forever.
Oh, John, you gotta love it. A little bit of rock and roll singing there from Ricky Fuji. Oh, man, FMW has everything. Now we guys got singing on their way to the ring.
Well, bodies are going to rock in this 8-person tag team match pitting FMW versus ECW Japan.
What do you mean? Whoa, 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 wait a second. 8-person, is that some sort of politically correct term?
No.
This is an 8-man tag match, right?
Well, no, Dan. In this match, there are going to be 7 men and 1 woman in the form of Kyoko Inoue.
Ah, well, you know, sometimes when I see Kyoko Inoue, I mean, she kind of looks like a man anyway, so I didn't really think it would be any different. Oh, look at this, eh? Ricky Fuji. This is awesome. He thinks he's Shawn Michaels, the sexy boy.
And there's Hisakatsu Uya, who made his wrestling debut in 1986, and he has a lot of sense of Japanese tradition.
Wow, we're getting a lot of singing on this one. I'm not sure if I'm at a rock and roll concert or if I'm at a pro wrestling match.
Well, I guess FMW has something for everyone when it comes to styles of wrestling and styles of music.
Shh, I want to hear her sing, man. She's got a beautiful voice.
And here come the Batman and Robin of FMW, H and Ganosuke, with, I guess, their #1 fan.
Who is this old guy? He's not going to fight in the match, is he? Because if he gets in an FMW ring, he's going to get his head smashed before we're even 2 minutes into the match.
Well, if these guys are Batman and Robin, maybe that guy is Alfred.
Whoever he is, he better stay out of the ring because this is going to be a great 8-person tag match. And if he gets in there, he's going to get splatted.
These fans at the Korakuen Hall are awaiting the arrivals of the enemies, I guess you can call them. The rivals, ECW Japan, led by the chair-swinging freak Balls Mahoney.
Now, why do you have to go call them enemies? Just because they're from another promotion? They just want to compete.
Well, here comes FMW's #1 enemy and renegade, Kodo Fuyuki. Dan, let's get into the action at the Korakuen Hall, as Fuyuki shows his defiance toward H and toward FMW president, Mr. Arai.
Well, what's wrong with that? What's Arai doing at ringside anyways? He doesn't deserve it. He's the president. I think he deserves a few slaps in the face like that. He should know better than to be at ringside during a brutal match like this. The guy's crazy.
Oh, it takes a lot of courage to beat up and bully a 150-pound man.
Courage has got nothing to do with it. Why doesn't he just stay home and watch the match in the safety of his house?
Mr. Arai was minding his own business.
俺がスカウトした ECW ジャパンの第1号のレスラーだ。
Finally! I knew there was a wrestling match hiding in amongst all that talking somewhere.
Oh, a fork shot to the head of H by the chair-swinging freak from Nutley, New Jersey, Balls Mahoney.
And look at the maniacal look on Balls Mahoney's face. You know, I think he treats every single one of his opponents like it's a steak dinner.
Well, I think he wants to eat up H. Oh! Ganosuke is trying to help his partner and old college friend H.
I think Ganosuke should just stay out of the action. Oh, look at this! Fuyuki's biting him! You know, I thought Balls Mahoney was just gonna... Look at this! An instant replay of somebody getting bitten! I love FMW!
But, oh, body slam onto a table by Balls Mahoney! Oh, and Fuyuki is really encouraging these rule-breaking tactics.
And look at the bloody face of H!
Irish whip into the turnbuckles, and there goes Inoue! 230 pounds of power!
Now that's the one you're talking about. That's a woman you're saying.
Yeah, that's woman wrestler Kyoko Inoue. She's really beaten the best women wrestlers around the world, like Debbie Malenko, Bison Kimura, Lioness Azuka, and now she's taken on FMW's favorite son, H.
Whoa! And look at, she's trying to lift up Hayabusa.
You know that these women wrestlers train just as hard as the men in Japan. And Inoue is really showing her power with that power bomb.
Oh, and a kick to the head. Oh, and another one.
Obviously,
here's a replay of that power bomb by Inoue.
Obviously, Inoue is no TNA show. She is all business in the ring, just like the male wrestlers in Japan.
Oh!
A shotai! Hard shotai! Shotai by H!
And did you hear that one? I'll bet they heard that one in the next province.
A series of lariats by Ganosuke. Oh, and down goes Inoue. She has to expect that in a man's world.
Well, that's it. Ganosuke, he doesn't care who's in there. He's just smacking down everybody that gets in his way.
There's Ganosuke against the Pit Bull representing ECW Japan.
Oh!
Low blow!
Ow! Oh, do we have to see that? Oh, jeez.
Yeah,
that makes me cringe when those guys do that.
And in comes Ricky Fuji representing FMW as he takes over on the Pit Bull. Oh, DDT by Ricky Fuji.
Man, I don't know how the Pit Bull can even stand after those shots in that DDT, let alone kick out.
And here comes Ricky Fuji. All the fans here know what's coming. It's his crowd-pleasing move that really sets the crowd on fire. Kamikaze!
And look at the strength of Fuji. I'm surprised he could even lift a guy like the Pit Bull.
And here comes Hisokatsu Uya, normally a mat technician, so this is very unusual for him, a drop kick. And in comes the chair-swinging freak Balls Mahoney. Octopus into a cradle and a pin. 1, 2, oh.
Oh, no, wait, there's no way. Now, how is Uya gonna pin a guy the size of Balls Mahoney? Not gonna happen.
Belly to back suplex. Now that was impressive considering the size of Balls Mahoney.
Oh, yeah, and look at that, but he tosses Uya off like nothing.
H and Ganosuke working very effectively as a team. 1, 2, and Inoue makes the save.
Man, every time I see Hayabusa's face just covered in blood, wow.
You have to give credit to Inoue. She's showing a lot of courage being the only woman in this 8-person tag team match. H and Ricky Fuji taking over on Balls. Oh, a flying crossbody by Fuji.
Again, these smaller guys are not gonna pin Balls Mahoney. He's just too big, and he can take a lot of punishment.
Oh, a lariat by Kyoko Inoue.
Ouch, I wouldn't want to get on her bad side on a Saturday night date, that's for sure. Oh!
And a lariat by Koro Fuyuki. 1, 2, 3, that's it, that's it.
An amazing pin there by Fuyuki, a powerful, powerful clothesline, and hey, here's a replay. Whoa, he literally took his head off with that one. Look at the crimson mask on H.
よくできたね。80点だ。ちょうど俺と雁之助君の相手がいなくて退屈してたとこだ。もう一回ガタガタ言うなよ。 お望み通りもう一回追い出してやるよ。それから京子ちゃん、そんなに男に飢えてんだ。かわいそうだからさ、俺とガンちゃんでしばらくお付き合いしてあげようじゃないの。覚悟しとけよ、お楽しみはこれからだ。
これが全てだ。洗いの場が眠かったようだから詳しいことはこれついだけでいいね。ついだけでちゃんと読んだからこれさ洗いに見してちゃんとこの内容を読んで教えてあげてくれ。
何ですかねこれは。ECW は何を考えてるんでしょうか。正直言って全然わかんないです。もう田中の件もありますし、今回のこの冬季のこともありますし、もう ECW なんかとは今後 FMW はもう絶縁します。 ECW とはもう一切。
いいじゃないですか。いいじゃないですか。面白いじゃないですか。やり方はどうあれね、力ずくでもうリングで上がられちゃったし、このまんま勝ち逃げみたいなことされたくないしね。ちょうどしばらくの暇つぶしだと思ってくれやが、あいつらが相手しますから。仕事にいいじゃないですか。もう一回追い出されたいんでしょ。それで追い出してやろうじゃないですか。違うんですよ。こんな状況になってね、強い曲ね、だってしょうがないんだから、もう一回リング上であいつら、そしてみんなの見てる前に分かるように答えを出してみましょう。
あとはじゃあうちのエースの H に一任します。こんな目ダメから勇気に戻してダメっつって。
So where did Masato Tanaka stand in all of this? He was spending most of his time at the bingo hall in Philadelphia, ECW country. But on Christmas Day, he returned to Japan and the wrestling media were all over him.
ECW 契約を正式に交わしました。まあ詳しい内容っていうのはまあ向こうのあれなんでまだどうのこうのっていうのは分からないですけど、僕が契約したいっていう旨を伝えましたけど、向こうは文句なしということで、ちゃんと正式な契約を結ぶことができました。今回EC でマイクアクトにチャレンジしたわけですけど、一度ベルトを取りましたね。ECW 世界ヘビー級チャンピオンができました。向こうは ECW ジャパン、ECW の名前を借りて日本でやっていくっていう形みたいな。そうね、ECW まあ僕はアメリカでやっていくっていう ECW ですから、そこはまだ関係ないです。まあ FMW っていうのには自分的にも今もやっぱり思い入れっていうのが強いしね、まあ自分の方向性とやっぱり違ってきた部分でのやっぱりこの ECW の契約と思うんで、まあ、FMW っていうのはやっぱり残していってほしいなっていうのがやっぱり本当の気持ちですね。
This match is for the WEW World Entertainment Wrestling Championship. the champion Masato Tanaka and his challenger is a rising star in frontier martial arts wrestling. I'm talking about Tetsuhiro Kuroda.
Now this should be a very interesting competition because earlier in this program, we saw Tanaka and Kuroda as a tag team. Now we're going to see them actually battle each other. And, you know, I'm sure Masato Tanaka remembers that it was Kuroda's fault that they lost that match with H and Ganosuke. So, you know, tempers are definitely going to flare in this one.
I don't think Masato Tanaka has any true loyalty toward anyone. He's just against anyone who he feels is holding him back.
Well, and that sounds fair to me. I mean, he really has got a raw deal the time he was in FMW, and now he's back. He deserves some respect.
But I think Tanaka has gotten overconfident, too egotistical for his own good. Collar and elbow tie-up, side headlock applied by Tanaka.
How can you say he's gotten overconfident, that he's too hot for his own good? He's one of the best wrestlers FMW's ever seen.
Irish whip, shoulder tackle by Tanaka. Well, I think the fans have seen through Tanaka. Tanaka is obviously exalting himself, but he will be humbled sooner or later.
You know, you talk a lot about the fans. You're always going on about the fans this and the fans that. Who cares about what the fans think? It's ultimately about what happens in the ring.
Let's take a look at this replay. Well, you got to give Tanaka credit for his technical skills, like that drop kick and that arm drag takedown. But still, why did Tanaka have to turn his back on his friends H and Ganosuke?
Hey, look, I'm not taking anything away from Tanaka. I agree, he's a fabulous competitor in the ring. But all this crap about the fans and what H thinks and what Ganosuke thinks, it doesn't matter. It's about what happens in the ring.
Oh, a Kuroda crunch. Nice counter there by Tetsuhiro Kuroda. Oh, and Tanaka goes outside the ring. Yes, Tanaka was upstaged there by Kuroda, who was using his atama.
See? And that's what this is all about. It's about thinking. It's about winning and losing. It's not about the fans. It's not about being loved by everyone. It's about battling till the end.
Well, the fans are loving this battle as these two go to the cheap seats. Hey, in FMW, there are no such thing as bad seats in the house.
Yeah, you happy now? They're out fighting amongst the fans. Are you happy now?
Oh, a DDT onto the floor. And Tanaka looks dazed. How is he going to think clearly after that DDT?
Oh, this is one of my favorite moves that Kuroda does. He loves to line it up. Gonna give him the big, long, running lariat here. Gets the crowd behind him.
Yeah, the fans at the Korakuen Hall are showing their approval. But, oh, Tanaka counters that one with a clothesline. So that one, Tanaka was using his atama. As these two battle for control, looks like Tanaka is going for a power bomb. But Kuroda is trying to power himself out of it.
It's too early in the match to be trying big power moves like that. He's got to work Kuroda down a lot more.
And Kuroda is obviously countering that move with a backdrop onto the floor.
Nice reversal by Kuroda there. I told you, it's too early in the match to be trying power moves.
Oh, a drop kick. Yeah, these fans in the Bob Uecker seats are really loving this action.
Well, I don't know. I mean, to me, I would think they would want to get out of the way. To me, it just shows you that, again, why worry about the fans? Because they're not showing that they're very smart anyways. They're hanging around like it's a tea party. They should be getting out of the way.
Well, I guess some of these fans want the privilege of being knocked out by Tanaka or Kuroda.
Wow, that's really something to strive for.
And the referee is closely watching this action. Oh, down the stairs goes Tetsu Kuroda.
Very clever move there by Tanaka. Not just a regular suplex, but actually a suplex down the stairs. And Kuroda doesn't even look like he's conscious. I don't even think he's awake.
I hear the fans going, go Kuroda, go Kuroda. Kuroda is the underdog in this match, and you know the old saying, the fans love an underdog.
Oh, again about the fans. Who cares what the fans think? I just want to see two warriors pound the crap out of each other.
Well, Kuroda is a very underrated talent. For a long time, he struggled in prelims and mid-cards, kind of like Bret Hart. Kuroda is a strong technician, but he was held back for such a long time, but now he's finally reaching the main event status that he deserves.
I don't know if he deserves it. He screwed up that match for Tanaka earlier in the program. What makes you think he deserves main event status? Look at this. Tanaka's taking him to the cleaners.
Dan, you're thinking like Tanaka. You always have to point fingers. You always have to place the blame on someone.
I'm not placing the blame on anyone. I'm just talking about what's happening in the match. Look.
Oh, a chair shot by Tanaka. But here comes Kuroda with a Kuroda clothesline. Very devastating.
Oh, but you know that's not enough to pin Masato Tanaka. Come on, one clothesline, please. Don't insult my intelligence.
Well, Kuroda has finished off his opponents with a Kuroda clothesline, just like Fuyuki does with the lariat. It's a very effective maneuver.
Yeah, opponents, those mid-card low-end guys that you were talking about, not Masato Tanaka.
Suplex into a bridge, but Tanaka gets his shoulder up. These fans at the Korakuen Hall are watching this wrestling match as if it were a chess match where one man makes a move and the other man counters.
John, I don't know what you're talking about. FMW, chess match? Well, I don't know nothing about chess anyways. I don't even play checkers, but I think it's a bit of a stretch comparing this crazy action to chess.
Off the top rope goes Kuroda with a flying elbow smash.
Not enough. Not enough to keep down big Masato Tanaka, although Tanaka is certainly looking worse for the wear at this point.
I guess Kuroda has to wear Tanaka down more and more before he, hopefully, in his mind, finishes Tanaka off with a Kuroda clothesline.
Oh! Well, he's not going to do it yet because Tanaka has turned things around.
And here comes Tanaka. Looks like he's going for a double up DDT! DDT!
See, now that shows the crafty veteran there. Kuroda thought he had it all wrapped up. Tanaka reverses and he's going for the cover. No, Kuroda manages to kick out.
Well, Tanaka does have more experience under his belt, but Kuroda has that youthful enthusiasm and that desire to prove himself as a main eventer.
Well, I certainly understand that. I don't know about the main event thing. I think he's more worried about winning the championship because, after all, this is for the WEW title.
Oh! Clothesline by Tanaka as he goes for the cover.
Oh, an amazing kick out there by Kuroda.
Tanaka has a lot of upper body strength. As we see this again, Kuroda misses with a clothesline, but Tanaka comes up with a very effective clothesline of his own.
Well, at this point in the match, I think both these guys are starting to get pretty tired, but still, I give the upper hand to Masato Tanaka.
Well, if Kuroda wins this one for FMW's most coveted title, he will really solidify himself as one of the top stars in the history of FMW.
Yeah, but John, that is one hell of a big if.
Well, let's see if Kuroda pulls off what looks like a superplex attempt, but oh no, Tanaka is countering this one with a DDT, tornado DDT.
Oh, that's got to be it. That's got to be the end of the match. Kuroda literally landed right on his head. That's it. Match is over.
Oh!
What? He managed to kick out from that after Tanaka dropped him right on his melon? Wow.
Kuroda is showing a lot of resilience in this match for the World Entertainment Wrestling Championship. Kuroda gets out of that powerbomb attempt. Forearm smash by Masato Tanaka. Oh, a drop toe hold by Kuroda.
Very well done. He actually pulled a fast one there on the crafty veteran. And now he's doing this double German suplex.
Another German suplex by the very technically sound Tetsu Kuroda, and it looks like third time's the charm. He's going for a third German suplex into a pin.
Wow, shades of Chris Benoit, the Canadian crippler there. That's one of his favorite moves.
Benoit, by the way, is a good friend of Hayabusa's because those two wrestled together in Mexico and Japan. Just thought I'd throw that in for you diehard FMW fans.
Now let's stick to the match here. Kuroda's back up to the top.
Slap to the face by Tanaka. Looks like they're going to struggle for control.
Now is Tanaka going to give him another DDT?
Or perhaps a superplex, but let's see if Kuroda gets out of this one. Maybe he'll do a counter move. Yes, Kuroda's going to counter with a Kuroda. The Kuroda Crunch, the Kuroda Crunch.
Well, that's certainly the right name for that move because Masato Tanaka is certainly looking like he just had his brain crunched on that one.
Oh, a waistlock into a suplex by Tetsu Kuroda.
But you know what? Kuroda's not quick enough on the return volleys. He needs, see? Absolutely, there's an example right there. He's not following up fast enough. Oh!
A Kuroda clothesline. After he took that devastating belly to back. Oh, a forearm smash by Tanaka.
Wow, this one really is a back and forth battle.
Oh, another clothesline. But it looks like Kuroda is really tiring out. But maybe the fans on his side will make the difference. Oh! A full Nelson into a German suplex. Nice bridge there by Kuroda.
Ah, but still not enough to keep down the mighty Masato Tanaka. Check out the replay here. Oh, a near fall, but not yet enough.
The referee's making a count. Let's see who will get back on his feet first.
Yeah, both of these guys really look like, I'm sure that if there wasn't a big title on the line, I'm sure both of these guys would just love for the match to end right here. But we know that they will not do that because the WEW title, as you mentioned, John, the #1 title in FMW, all the marbles are on the line in this one.
Both of these men are probably thinking, my game plan is not working. My finishers are not working. I'll have to change my strategy. What next?
Well, Kuroda, he shouldn't be surprised in there with Tanaka, but Tanaka, he, I'm sure, is definitely freaked out that he's getting this much out of a fight out of young Kuroda.
As we see there, Tanaka is a wily veteran. He stopped Kuroda in his tracks. And it looks like Tanaka is going to set up Kuroda for, oh no, a devastating move.
I think he's going to do that. He's going to do that reverse front suplex into the gourd buster. Oh! Nasty, bringing Kuroda down right on his face.
Obviously, Kuroda, with that look on his face, is hurting badly. Let's see if Tanaka could have the strength enough to go for a pin.
That's a good point. As much of a veteran as Tanaka is, he looks really weary in this match, and he should have tried for a pinfall there instead of picking him up again.
And, oh, it looks like Tanaka was going for a Death Valley driver. Kuroda misses with a clothesline. Good counter wrestling on the part of both of these men.
Oh!
Devastating power bomb.
Oh, and still not enough. Man, whenever I see these guys get dropped on their heads and dropped on their shoulders, oh, it just sends shivers up and down my spine. I just think of the spinal injuries that could come out of this.
The fans at the Korakuen Hall were cheering that kick out by Kuroda, not only because he's the fan favorite, because they really respect his resiliency in this title match.
I think they just respect the fact that here's two guys in here going at it tooth and nail, and they're not stopping until there's an end, a finish.
Tanaka was trying to finish off Kuroda. Didn't work, though. Half Nelson into a suplex and a bridge and a pin. 1, 2, oh.
Kuroda tried that already. That didn't work before. Why would he try that again?
Hey, look. Kuroda's holding up his clothesline arm. The fans are anticipating his finisher. The fans are saying this is it. This could be the Kuroda clothesline.
Yeah, well, we all know how much the fans know. I wouldn't go by anything the fans say.
Well, they've seen this quite a few times before.
Oh!
And they want to see it happen against Tanaka. 1, 2, oh.
No, not enough. That's not the way to pin Masato Tanaka. He can kick out of that kind of combination way too easily. Look, let's have another look at it here. See? Much too easy for Tanaka to pick out of that combination.
Things don't look good, though, for Tanaka at this moment. As Tetsu Kuroda picks up Tanaka for a clothesline attempt. Oh, a forearm smash.
1.
Oh, and Kuroda kicks out.
And that was a really nice pin there by Masato Tanaka. That's the way it's done.
Tanaka looks really disappointed that he could not put away Kuroda at that moment.
Well, certainly this has got to be a much harder battle than Tanaka ever thought it would be.
We have the crafty veteran going against the rising star.
Uh-oh, this is it.
Oh,
there it is.
Diamond Dust, the Diamond Dust.
Now that's got to be it. That's Masato Tanaka's big-time finish. He crafted it while he was in ECW in North America.
Where Tanaka really improved his skills, but let's see if it's enough to stop this promising star named Tetsu Kuroda.
Oh, Kuroda, oh, nice.
Inzugiri kick by Kuroda.
Oh, and a nice forearm there by Tanaka. He's going for the cover. Oh, still not enough. Man, you know, I wasn't too impressed with Kuroda for what happened within that tag match with Tanaka earlier in the tape, but man, he is really showing me that he is determined to take the WEW title off Tanaka's hands.
Kuroda has suffered the effects of the glass ceiling for too long. Wow. He deserves a title. 1, 2, 3. Oh, no.
Another near fall. This match is amazing. These guys are battling for all it's worth.
We see Mama Sasaki by the ring post, and you know that he's supporting his friend Tetsu Kuroda.
I don't think it matters who's supporting who at this time. This is just two guys in there going nuts.
Oh, a Kuroda clothesline. 1, 2, 3. That's it. That's it.
He did it. I don't believe it. Kuroda wins the WEW title. Wow. You got to consider this an upset, John. You got to consider this an upset. Absolutely astounding. Let's have another look at that clothesline. Here's the finish. 1, 2, 3. Wow.
Kuroda was overlooked for too long, but through persistence, he was finally able to obtain his ultimate goal.
But John, you have to wonder, what is this going to do to Masato Tanaka? The last time he lost a major match, he went all the way to North American ECW. What's he going to do now?
here's your winner and new WEW champion, Tetsuhiro Kuroda.
What an upset. Kuroda beats Masato Tanaka for the title. Unbelievable. But you know what? It was also the final straw in the camel's back as Masato Tanaka was devastated. And once again, he had to leave FMW and return to ECW.
And the chaos continued in FMW. What was going through the mind of FMW President Mr. Arai when he flew all the way to America to meet with ECW's Paul Heyman? Take a look for yourself. To clear up uncertainties, FMW President Mr. Arai traveled all the way from Japan to New Orleans to confront ECW owner Paul Heyman to determine if Fuyuki's contract was valid.
Paulie, this is a letter he has for you to sign because he wants to know if that's really your signature.
Yeah, it's the number one that's my signature.
Because that's Fujiki.
Yeah.
So it's not
He's
really
my
an
friend.
FMW member.
Right.
But he's really an FMW member.
No, that's not my problem. No.
With them years ago.
No, but that's years ago. This is today now. Number 2. That is fine. Fujuki's my friend. I have no problems at all right? Why is there always a problem? Why must there always be a problem? Why can it never just be my way? Why can it always have to be my way? Always. It has to be my way. My way. Number 3. Why the fucking highway?
Only that time you make
my way or the fucking highway. You little son of a bitch. You ain't back again. This is our fucking locker room.
Wait, don't do it yet.
You want to fuck with me? I'll be working in Japan. Hey, Sal! Squash his fucking ass. Hey, that's right, you motherfucker. That's right, you motherfuckers. Oh, hey, Roku. Back your ass up.
Hey. FMW President Mr. Arai went all the way to North America to verify this contract. And what did he get for his efforts? He got beat up. So that was the final straw that broke the camel's back. He said, look, all you guys in FMW, you got to put aside your rivalries and you have to band together to fight against Fuyuki and his ECW Japan group. I mean, Fuyuki's a crafty individual. FMW says to him, hey, you can't wrestle for us. He says, fine, I'll just slip in the back door. I'll go wrestle for ECW. Bang, I'm wrestling again. So now, here's a series of matches between the FMW wrestlers and the evil Koto Fuyuki and his ECW Japan group.
This match is for the WEW Tag Team Championship. Right now we have Fuyuki representing ECW Japan versus H representing FMW. Fuyuki's partner is a woman, Kyoko Fuyuki.
Now, why would Fuyuki take Inoue as a partner? I mean, he's a smart guy and everything, but taking a woman against H and Gonosuke? Look, she's going to get the crap beat out of her by these two guys.
Well, Kyoko Inoue weighs more than 200 pounds. She trains just as hard as the male wrestlers, and she's able to absorb all sorts of crazy punishment.
Well, it doesn't look like it's helping her too much now. Look at that powerbomb by Gonosuke, and now...
The Firebird Splash by H.
Let's have another look at that. I always like watching H come off the top rope there. Beautifully well done, excellent execution. Now, she's going to be no help in this match. Now, look, she's in the corner, and now these two get to double team Fuyuki. This is not fair.
Dan looking at this again. H and Gonosuke doing nice double teamwork on the turncoat Koto Fuyuki. Gonosuke picking up Fuyuki for a high impact move. Oh, he just clotheslined the referee.
Uh-oh, now we're in for trouble here. What's going to happen now?
Oh, double clothesline, neither man goes down.
Now the match is really going to get out of control. Look, H has got Inoue out in the crowd.
Gonosuke has Fuyuki pinned, but no referee to count.
Well, that's the perils of FMW. I mean, he knocked him out. It's Gonosuke's fault. He knocked the referee out.
Well, it was an accident by Gonosuke.
How do you know it was an accident? Looked like a pretty deliberate clothesline to me.
Gonosuke scoops up Fuyuki for a body slam. And Gonosuke is going to the turnbuckles for a high-risk move. Hey, wait, there's Choco Ball Mukai. What's he doing in here?
What's the ex-porn star, now FMW wrestler, doing in there, taking Mr. Gonosuke? He's going to suplex him off the top.
A suplex off the top rope.
Wow, I don't remember ever seeing that move in any of Choco Ball's movies.
Dan, you've seen his movies?
Let's get back to the action in the ring here. Choco Ball seems to be up to something at ringside.
And here's Fuyuki doing his battle cry. And the fans know what's coming up next. He's trying to finish off Gonosuke with he missed the lariat.
Wow, and look at this.
Good counter wrestling by both men. Oh, here it is, the Samson clutch! The Samson clutch!
Yes, and Fuyuki and Inoue are victorious. Wow, Jordan, you got to consider that another major upset. H and Ganosuke defeated by Fuyuki and a woman.
Well, here it is again, the winning move, the Samson clutch by ECW Japan. In this match, WEW champion Kuroda defends the title against Koto Fuyuki.
Now, earlier in the program, we saw Kuroda win the belt from Masato Tanaka, but now, even though that was a great challenge, he's up against the devilishly clever Fuyuki, and if he can maintain the belt here, well, then I'll be singing his praises to the skies. But until I see it...
Oh, belly-to-back suplex. Oh, Kuroda really has a lot of fire in him, though.
Well, he wants the belt back. I mean, come on. It's the #1 title in the promotion.
Here we see this again, a very effective belly-to-back by Fuyuki, but Kuroda tries to come back, but the lariat by Fuyuki. Wait. We have Tracy Smothers representing ECW along with Chocobo Makai and Balls Mahoney.
Well, Fuyuki, I told you that this would be a tough battle for Kuroda. Fuyuki's got his ECW buddies in there. There's Tracy Smothers. He's got Chocoball in there helping him as well. This is the crafty veteran. He's going to get that title back.
Yes, Fuyuki will do whatever it takes. This is a handicap match. This is no fair.
Hey, man, all's fair in FMW. How many times have we said that on these tapes? These guys are crazy. And look at Kuroda. He's been busted wide open by Fuyuki. This is going to be a tough battle for him. I think we're going to see another title change tonight.
Oh, Kuroda was using some rule-breaking tactics, trying to bite away at Fuyuki, but Fuyuki shot back with a fork shot. Yes, whatever it takes. Anything goes in FMW.
I'm telling you, these guys need to have more meals before the matches, because then they wouldn't be so hungry using forks and stuff all the time.
Oh, Inzugiri by Tetsu Kuroda.
And it shakes up Fuyuki. Ooh!
Waistlock into a German suplex. Nice bridge by Kuroda.
But you're right. That was a beautiful bridge, but he doesn't have the strength to hold a big man like Fuyuki down like that. Fuyuki's got a lot of power.
Yeah, I don't think this is fair. We have 4 guys from ECW at ringside, almost like a lumberjack match.
Hey, what do you mean it's not fair? I think it's smart on Fuyuki's part to have those guys down there. It's Kuroda's fault if he's not smart enough to bring some of his buddies to ringside.
We just saw the Kuroda clothesline that would have finished off most wrestlers, but not Fuyuki. Oh, that was very impressive. A lot of agility on the part of Tetsu Kuroda. And we know what's coming up. This sets up. The crowd is loving it. Kuroda's going for the Kuroda Crunch. There it is, the Kuroda Crunch.
That is an impressive move, but look, it was still not enough to take Fuyuki off his feet. Kuroda's got his work cut out for him.
Oh.
Ooh! Ow, wow, wow! Youch!
This is the battle of the clotheslines, the finishing clotheslines, the Fuyuki Lariat versus the Kuroda clothesline. Oh, a chair shot by Balls Mahoney.
Now see, again, this is Kuroda's own fault, man. He should have had some of his own boys at ringside to help out.
Look, Mahoney just gave Fuyuki a fork.
So what's wrong with that?
Hey, oh, this is no fair. It's like 4 guys on 1.
Oh, John, you are such a spoil sport.
Well, right now, Kuroda's head looks like spoiled raw meat. Look at the carnage. Fuyuki is ruthless. He really wants to get back at the establishment of FMW.
And not only that, he's going to get the title back if this keeps up.
Look, H is coming to the aid of Kuroda.
Well, it's about time, man. He got some help out there. I mean, Fuyuki's got all his guys out there.
Oh, this is out of control.
Hey, look!
The whole locker room is coming out. This is turning into a battle royal.
Wow, they're coming out of the woodwork. They're coming from everybody. Look at it. You got FMW guys. Wow! Look, it's Masato Tanaka. But I thought he was in ECW in North America. What's he doing here in Japan?
Coming out of the woodwork. Nobody here at the Korakuen Hall expected Tanaka to come into the ring tonight. I think he's here to help out Koto Fuyuki, since they're both with ECW. Wait a minute! Tanaka just hit Fuyuki.
This is unbelievable. He's come back. He's helping FMW.
I guess he's siding with FMW now.
This is a major upset. I mean, it's crazy enough that Tanaka is here in Japan, but now he's on the FMW side. Oh, wait, or is he? Or is he? Well, John, I think Tanaka has made his point resoundingly clear. He's joining up with his ECW buddies.
Dan, this sets the stage for the battle over who will be the #1 superstar in FMW. By this point in time, FMW fans and wrestlers alike were sick and tired of Koto Fuyuki's garbage, and it was up to WEW champion H to put an end to Fuyuki's antics once and for all. And 1, 2, 3, H did just that, a victory over Fuyuki, much to the delight of the fans in attendance. Fuyuki had been in wrestling for a long time, always able to get his way and manipulate people, but not so on this particular night. Fuyuki was stunned. He could not believe he lost so handily to H, and to add insult to injury, Tanaka and his ECW thugs beat up on Koto Fuyuki, saying he should retire.
Fuyukiはもうこれで肩がついたとして、俺の中では目の前の敵から外れました。今俺のこのスーパースター H の目の前の一番の目障りなやつは田中将人です。ECW のやり方がね、ECWJ のやり方が気に入らないだとかなんだとか、それはいいけど俺に噛みつくのは良くないな。俺のご機嫌損ねた、ちょっと度が過ぎた。
俺負けなんだな、もうこの人ってバカ野郎みたいなしねえものは嘘だって言うと思ったよ。その後Hと田中のなんかお前やりとり見せたらもうやっぱり俺の時代じゃないかなと。なんかそんな気がしたよね。時代じゃないし、予想通り5月5日の駒沢でサヨナラマッチでバイバイして。
In this tag team match at the Korakuen Hall, H and Mr. Ganosuke coming to the ring will defend the honor of FMW versus two ECW representatives, Masato Tanaka and Balls Mahoney.
Well, you know, John, I can tell this one's going to be a pure sixer already because it's two of the greatest stars from FMW against two of the biggest stars from ECW.
Even before the bell rung, Balls Mahoney wasted no time working over H. And right now,
look at this.
Oh no! This is devastating. A fire thunder! A fire thunder!
John, he dropped Hayabusa right on his head. And look, Hayabusa's not even moving.
Well, no wonder. Off the turnbuckles, that move is absolutely devastating.
And look at this. I think even Balls Mahoney can't believe what he pulled on this one. Look at how many times have we ever seen H? Look, he's being taken out of the arena. I've never seen that happen before.
Mambus Sasaki taking H to the back for medical attention. So now it's 2-on-1 against Mr. Ganosuke. This does not look good for FMW.
I think the ECW team of Masato Tanaka and Balls Mahoney are definitely... Wait, what's this?
That's Kono Fuyuki. It looks like Fuyuki is helping out Mr. Ganosuke. Well, actually, I don't think Fuyuki cares about Ganosuke. He just wants revenge against Tanaka.
So now, let me get this straight. So now we got Fuyuki in there with Ganosuke against Masato Tanaka and Mahoney.
Now, Fuyuki and Ganosuke are not buddy-buddy, but they have a common enemy, Masato Tanaka.
And I like Masato Tanaka's spirit. He doesn't care who's in there. He's going to beat the crap out of everybody if he has to.
Oh! Body slam onto a table goes Mr. Ganosuke. Who knows, Ganosuke might be carried out at this point.
That's true. We could see all four of these guys get carried out.
Tanaka in control over Kono Fuyuki. Oh, running forearm smash. Oh, a clothesline by the powerful Masato Tanaka. Tanaka looking for approval. I don't think he's getting it from these fans at the Korakuen Hall.
He doesn't care about the fans' approval. Look, he wants to bust open Fuyuki. He wants to make a mess.
Hey, look, there's Tracy Smothers from ECW.
Once again, we've got more of the ECW guys interfering in this match.
Tanaka will do whatever it takes to go after the wrestlers of FMW.
Hey, look at this. What's Tanaka doing? I mean, I'm all for choking out Ganosuke, but if he wrecks those video cables, we're not even going to see the finish of this match.
Masato Tanaka blatantly breaking the rules, choking Mr. Ganosuke, showing his disrespect toward FMW. Taking a look at this again, Tanaka used that devastating clothesline to knock down Big Boss Kono Fuyuki.
And now we got Fuyuki in there with Balls Mahoney. Here's two of the biggest guys I've ever seen in one wrestling ring. You know, I'm sure they must have reinforced the ring before this match.
Ganosuke goes to the top for a dropkick. Missile dropkick by Mr. Ganosuke.
Nicely done.
Oh, lariat by Ganosuke. Oh, hey, wait, in comes Tracy Smothers from ECW.
Once again, the ECW boys come
over. Oh my gosh, here's the return of Hayabusa.
We saw him taken out earlier in the match. What's he doing? And more importantly, he's got his mask on again.
Spinning kick. H as Hayabusa. These fans at the Korakuen Hall are going nuts. H has come back to life by putting on the mask once again.
Oh, and look, John, we're going to see one of the Hayabusa trademarks right here.
Absolutely. Oh, a somersault press on a Masato Tanaka. This is one big-time mark-out moment. And here's the return of Hayabusa, the senton, always followed up by the moonsault. The legacy of Hayabusa lives on. Oh, that was close.
Masato Tanaka, what's going through his mind? I'm sure he never expected Hayabusa to come back.
As we see here again, whether he wrestles as H or Hayabusa, these two college buddies are working well together as a team. Both of these oh, this is it. Ganosuke rolls up Tanaka for a pin.
Oh, close. Oh, and still not able to pin Tanaka.
Ganosuke and Hayabusa working well together. Oh, double gore! That was an awesome move by Tanaka.
That is absolutely true. As effectively as those two were working as a team, Tanaka took them both out there.
Oh! Splash by Tanaka.
Oh! Splash by Balls Mahoney.
Well, Tanaka and Balls Mahoney are former ECW World Tag Team Champions.
Still not enough to keep Ganosuke down.
Balls cannot believe it. There's Hayabusa on the outside. H returning as Hayabusa. It's like Hayabusa or H became Superman once he donned the mask once again. And here comes Hayabusa.
Whoa! And there goes Balls Mahoney to the outside. And here comes Tanaka.
Full Nelson into a dragon suplex. Dragon suplex. Hayabusa setting Tanaka up for a double underhook power bomb.
And he picks him right back up again, wants to inflict more punishment.
And Hayabusa is going for one of his signature moves. The Falcon Arrow, the Falcon Arrow.
Oh, and Tanaka manages to kick out from that.
Oh, Shotai, Shotai.
Those palm blows are nasty.
Hayabusa scoops up. No, Tanaka gets out of that one. Oh, the roaring elbow, the roaring elbow.
Oh. And Hayabusa really appears to be revitalized now that he's back with the mask and his old persona. And of course, he does have that fan power.
Yeah, this crowd is re-energized due to the return of the Flying Assassin.
Uh-oh,
But
is
wait,
this it?
look, this is it! The Diamond Dust! The Diamond Dust!
That's gotta be it. That's gotta be the pinfall right there.
That's it.
I knew it. I knew it. Masato Tanaka's Diamond Dust. Nobody gets back up after that one, brother.
But the fans here at the Korakuen Hall are happy about the return of the Flying Assassin Hayabusa as the ECW thugs celebrate their victory. In this match, Mr. Ganosuke goes one-on-one against Masato Tanaka, the powerhouse from Wakayama, Japan.
That's right. We saw both of them in a tag team situation in the last match. Now they're going to go at it head-to-head. This one's going to be intense as well.
Oh! Ganosuke takes over with that armbar. Referee asks Tanaka, do you give up? Do you submit?
And already Ganosuke is covered in the crimson after having his face busted into the turnbuckle there. He's cracked wide open.
Oh, Tanaka misses with that forearm smash. Waist lock. Oh, low blow by Ganosuke. Ganosuke scoops up Masato Tanaka.
Oh, nicely done.
Inverted pile driver, and he goes for the cover. 1, 2, 3. Oh, Tanaka gets a shoulder up. Both of these men are very aggressive. Ganosuke in control. No! Tanaka gets out of that predicament. Boot to the bloody face of Ganosuke. And here comes Tanaka with
this it?
This has got to be his finishing move.
Yes, here we go.
Tanaka with the Diamond Dust. The Diamond Dust. And the referee counts 1, 2, 3. That's it. That's it.
Yes.
Your winner, Masato Tanaka.
And that just goes to show you there, John, how effective the Diamond Dust is for Masato Tanaka. He developed in ECW, and there 2 matches in a row, he puts away his opponents handily.
Oh, out of nowhere! Here's H beating up on Tanaka. Whoa! What was that?
Hey, yeah, Ganosuke and H, I thought they were working together. What's up with this?
おいちょっと待ってこんな時さ言いたくないけどずっと黙ってるけどおい俺はさなあ俺はお前の何なんだよおい俺はお前の引き立て役かおい
雁之助駒沢では必ず勝つだから俺ついてきてくれよ頼むいいな田中荒井社長駒沢が終わったら俺がどういう男か面白いことになる
Well, we certainly know how H feels about Tanaka, and here's how Tanaka feels about H. He's sick and tired of all his crap. He's not gonna take it anymore.
FMW に一番思い入れの強いと思う俺が駒沢ではやぶさもろとも FMW を潰したんだ
Well, John, as you can see, a lot of interesting events have taken place since Judgment Day. We've got Fuyuki, who's turning out to be the slyest fox ever in FMW. 1 minute he's retired, now he's back wrestling again. And what about H and Mr. Ganosuke? 2 guys that had mended the fences, now ready to do battle again. And Masato Tanaka, he just seems to want to fight with everyone. There's one thing that is sure, though. This is all going to culminate in one hell of a battle.
The uncertainties, the conflicts, the rivalries, they will all ignite at Backdraft at the Komozawa Indoor Stadium. But that's another show. And for that one, and for more hardcore wrestling made in Japan, be sure to join us next time. For Dan the Mouth Lavransky, I'm straight up John Watanabe. See you next time at ringside.
Brother!